Chinese go-karts offer a lot for the money compared with domestic brands, but the quality of some areas is pretty chintzy, and the low cost comes home to roost on some occasions. Shouldn't be surprised. One such area in my experience are the standard wheels which come on some of the off-road go-karts. They are pretty thin and tinny. They are not made of very hard steel. This adult go-kart has 22-inch rear wheels on a 10-inch rim. It's meant for off-roading. As you can see, these steel rims are really two identical shells welded together, which is shown in the picture, which is fine, but notice that both pieces together aren't even 1/8 of an inch in thickness. Also notice that the wheels are simply held on with a lock washer and a nut, which would ordinarily be fine, but not on an off-road cart with thin-wall soft metal wheel lug plates, hard turns and sand, and so forth. One of the joys of owning an off-road go-kart is going up and down hills and going in tight circles, attempting a rear slide, drifting, sand, mud, so forth. Here's what happens with these stock rear wheels. Watch this video and keep your eye on the left rear wheel. Here are some other failures. I've been through 3 of these rear wheels now. They cost anywhere from $40 to $90 a piece, depending on the brand, and they're all pretty much crap, unless you're content to just driving in straight lines all the time. I couldn't find any beefier conventional steel wheels. So you say, why don't you just buy one of the fancy aluminum magnesium show wheels that cost $200 a piece for a go-kart? Because I'm cheap, and with my luck, the torque forces would rip out the center lug section on these as well, and then I'd be down $400 for 2 rear wheels. Anyway, I have a solution for the exploding rear wheels that you saw in the pictures. You first of all have to make sure the wheel is completely flat on the axle lug plate. Some lug plates have a raised area that the wheel is supposed to fit over. If the cutout hole on the replacement wheel is not the exact right diameter of the raised area on the axle's lug plate, the wheel won't be flat onto the axle lug plate, which guarantees a wobble and a breakout of the lug hole section of the wheel. Here's a trick. Get some really thick fender washers. Those that are about 1/16 of an inch thick are really ideal. You want them to be at least 1.5 inches, preferably 2 inches, that barely fit over the wheel stud. You don't want any slop anywhere. These thick fender washers help spread out the forces that otherwise can rip out the lug center of the wheel. I have had 0 failures on the wheels you see in the photos for over 2 years now, with grandkids turning full force on 2 wheels in the mud, heavy sand, so forth. After you've tightened down the lug nuts, make sure you tighten the big center castle nut on the axle shaft and put in a cotter pin, or once again it'll rip out the center of the wheel. Thanks for watching.